You wake up puffy. Even though you ate really clean the whole day before, your brain feels heavy and slow by 10 a.m. every single morning, like clockwork. And your body, the one you've been working hard for at the gym 4 times a week, looks almost exactly the same as it did 2 years ago. Now, every fitness influencer, every food label, every protein bar ad you've ever seen has told you the same thing. Eat more protein, hit your macros, stay consistent, and your body will respond. But what if the one habit you're most proud of, your protein routine, your meal prep, your carefully planned diet, is the exact reason your body has quietly stopped repairing itself deep inside your cells? Because right now, inside your body, there is a switch, a biological switch that controls whether your cells are building or cleaning, whether they're collecting damage or clearing it out. And every single time you do what you think is the healthy thing, there's a real chance you are flipping that switch in exactly the wrong direction.
And here's what makes this really frustrating. The people being less careful than you, the ones skipping their morning shake, eating lighter, not tracking every gram, they might actually be giving their body something yours hasn't gotten in months. If you want the real science behind how your body actually works, not the same generic health advice, hit subscribe. Now, let's get into it. So, let me tell you about Ryan. Ryan is 34. He works as a marketing manager at a tech company in Austin, Texas. He drives about 25 minutes to work every morning. And by 6:15 a.m., he's already made his protein shake, whey protein, almond milk, a banana. He drinks it in the car on the way in. By 8:30 a.m., he's at his desk, Greek yogurt with granola sitting next to his laptop. Lunch is grilled chicken and brown rice, meal prepped on Sunday like always. He hits the gym 4 nights a week after work. Post-workout shake the moment he gets home. Maybe some cottage cheese before bed, because he read it helps muscles recover overnight. Ryan is, by every normal standard, doing everything right. And yet, brain fog that coffee barely helps by mid-morning. A belly that hasn't changed in 2 years despite going to the gym regularly. Monday mornings where he somehow feels more tired than he did on Friday. And this quiet creeping thought that maybe his metabolism is just broken. Or maybe this is just what your 30s feel like now.
Sound familiar? Here's what's actually going on inside Ryan's body, and probably inside yours too. Your body has a built-in cellular cleaning system. Scientists call it autophagy, which basically just means self-eating in Greek. And the simplest way to picture it is this. Imagine your cells are a factory. That factory can run in one of 2 modes. Production mode, where it's building things, processing materials, growing. Or cleaning mode, where the maintenance crew comes in, clears out the broken machinery, sweeps up the cellular junk, and recycles the damaged parts into fresh, usable energy. Here's the important part. The factory cannot run both modes at the same time. It's one or the other, production or cleaning, building or repairing. And when the cleaning mode, autophagy, never gets to run, that cellular junk builds up. Damaged proteins pile up inside your cells. Broken parts just sit there, taking up space, getting in the way of everything working properly. And that buildup, it shows up as the exact symptoms Ryan is dealing with every day. The brain fog, the puffiness in his face every morning, the plateau where his body just stops changing, no matter how hard he pushes. And this is the part that really gets me, because Ryan isn't being lazy. He isn't making bad choices. His body is doing exactly what the signals are telling it to do. The problem is the signals themselves, and they're coming from his protein routine. Now here's where the science gets really specific and really important.
There's a biological switch that controls whether your cells are in building mode or cleaning mode. It's called mTOR. The full name is long and complicated. Don't worry about it. What matters is what it does. When mTOR is switched on, your body is in building mode, growing, producing, processing. And autophagy, the cleaning, is switched off. When mTOR is switched off, autophagy gets the green light. the cleaning crew shows up. Cellular repair begins. And the single biggest thing that turns mTOR on, the thing that keeps it switched on more than almost anything else, is a specific building block of protein called leucine. And here's the part that stopped me cold when I first came across this. Leucine is found in the highest amounts in whey protein, Greek yogurt, eggs eaten multiple times in a row, and cottage cheese, which are, almost without exception, the 4 protein staples that health-conscious people eat every single day. The exact foods that every nutrition influencer, every gym coach, every calorie tracking app pushes as the best clean eating options. So let's look at Ryan's day and what his mTOR switch is doing. Protein shake at 6:30 a.m., mTOR switches on. Greek yogurt at 8:30 a.m., mTOR stays on. Chicken and rice at noon, mTOR switches on again. Protein bar at 3 p.m., mTOR stays on. Post-workout shake at 7 p.m., mTOR switches on. Cottage cheese before bed, mTOR stays on all night.
mTOR never turns off, not once across the entire day, which means autophagy never starts, not even for 1 hour. The cleaning crew never shows up, every single day. And I want to stop here, because I think this is one of those moments where the science feels almost unfair. Because Ryan did everything the culture told him to do. He fully believed in the protein message and followed it completely. And the system quietly let him down at the cellular level. But here's what surprised me most about all of this. It's not the total amount of protein that matters most when it comes to autophagy. Studies suggest it's the pattern, the timing, the gaps between when leucine is high and when it drops. And the way most Americans eat, even the healthy, meal-prepped, macro-tracked version of it, is almost perfectly set up to wipe out every possible window for autophagy. Not because of bad intentions, just because of the specific rhythm of how we've been taught to eat. Okay, so now you're probably thinking, what do I actually do about this? Because I'm not about to tell Ryan to stop eating protein, and I'm definitely not going to tell you to fast for 18 hours a day. That's not the point here. Here's the thing, it's not about eating less protein. It's about eating protein in a smarter way, creating specific windows, gaps where leucine is low, that give mTOR a chance to quiet down so autophagy can actually do its job. And you can do this within your current routine, without losing your gym performance, without feeling like you're starving, without rebuilding everything from scratch.
There are 3 simple shifts the research points toward. They're practical, they fit into a normal workday, and they work with the meal prep habits most health-conscious people already have. Let's go through them. First, protect your morning autophagy window. Here's what most people don't realize. Your body naturally runs autophagy while you sleep. It's one of the main things your body does during deep sleep. And that window doesn't have to stop the moment you wake up. If you wait 2 to 3 hours after waking, before eating your first high-protein meal, you extend that overnight autophagy session into the morning. You give your cells extra time to finish cleaning up before you switch the factory back into building mode. So instead of the protein shake at 6:30 a.m., which immediately turns mTOR on and stops autophagy, start your morning with black coffee, a slice of whole wheat toast with avocado, and a piece of fruit. These foods don't significantly turn mTOR on. They give you energy without flipping the switch. Save the high-protein meal for around 9:30 or 10 a.m. after the autophagy window has had time to run. Friction tip: keep a ripe avocado and a loaf of whole wheat bread on your kitchen counter Sunday through Friday. This takes 90 seconds to put together. You can still drink the coffee in the car. Nothing about your morning actually changes except what you eat first. Quick note, and this matters, please talk to your doctor before making big changes to how you eat, especially if you have a health condition, you're managing your blood sugar, or you take any medication. What I'm sharing is based on emerging research, but your personal health situation is something only your doctor can fully assess. Second, eat your protein in 2 focused windows instead of spreading it across the whole day. This is the single biggest change Ryan needed to make. Instead of 6 small protein hits spread from 6:30 a.m. to 10 p.m., which keeps mTOR switched on all day, he moves his protein into lunch and his post-workout dinner. 2 windows, 2 mTOR spikes. and everything in between becomes a window where autophagy can actually run. Lunch looks like this: grilled chicken breast, brown rice, a good portion of roasted vegetables, real food, good protein, nothing complicated. Dinner after the gym: salmon with a sweet potato and steamed broccoli. Full nutrition, good leucine content. And between those two meals, water, black coffee if needed, maybe some fruit, nothing that significantly turns mTOR on. Friction tip: this is where Sunday meal prep actually becomes your biggest advantage. 6 grilled chicken breasts portioned into containers, a big batch of brown rice, pre-cut vegetables. You already do this. You're just changing when the protein hit, not what the protein is.
Third, swap one high-leucine protein source each day for a lower leucine option. You don't have to give up whey protein forever. You don't have to stop eating Greek yogurt completely. But intentionally replacing one daily high-leucine source lowers the total mTOR load across the day and gives your body a little more breathing room for autophagy to kick in. Simple swap. Instead of the 3 p.m. protein bar, which is almost always whey-based and packed with leucine, keep individual almond butter packets in your desk drawer, a small apple with almond butter, or a small handful of mixed nuts, or some vegetables with hummus from the office fridge. Lower leucine, still filling, doesn't drain your energy, just stops hammering mTOR through the afternoon. Friction tip: order a box of individual almond butter packets online. Keep them in your desk. Done. Your 3 p.m. snack break becomes something that actually works with your body instead of against it. So what happened when Ryan actually made these 3 changes? Not overnight. I want to be straight with you about that. This isn't a 48-hour transformation story. But within about 3 weeks, the morning puffiness started to ease up. The 10 a.m. brain fog, the kind that had become so normal he'd stopped noticing it, began to lift. And for the first time in 2 years, his body actually started visibly responding to the gym work he'd been putting in the whole time.
His routine barely changed. His total protein stayed roughly the same. His gym schedule didn't shift. What changed was the signal he was sending his cells. And for the first time, the cleaning crew actually got to show up. And here's what I want you to really hear. If you've been doing everything right, and your body has felt like it stopped listening, this might be exactly why. Not a broken metabolism, not just getting older, not a lack of effort or willpower, a biological switch that's been stuck in the wrong position by the very habits you built to be healthy. You don't need to start over. You need to restructure. And now you know exactly where to begin. Tell me, which of these 3 hits closest to home for you right now? A, the morning brain fog that coffee barely touches. B, the workout plateau where your body just stopped responding. C, the puffiness or inflammation that showed up despite eating clean. D, all 3. Honestly, all 3. Comment A, B, C, or D below. I read every single one. Share this with one person who has been told their symptoms are just stress or just part of getting older. One share could give them the answer they've been looking for.